Next topic is correlation. This also to measure the value, right? This also to measure the value. Actually, covariance is for find the relationship, that is direction relationship. We are using covariance. Here also we are going to measure the relationship, and in particular we are going to find the relationship and strength of that relationship also we are going to measure. Covariance means we can find the relationship, that's all. Here how much it is related, that strength also we can measure in this correlation topic. At the end of this correlation topic, I will explain you the differences between, anyway we are going to measure the relationship between two variables by using both covariance and correlation. There are some differences between covariance and correlation. At the end of this class, I will explain you one by one what are all the differences we are having between covariance and correlation. Whenever two variables x and y are so related, that increase in one is accompanied by increase in other, then the variable are said to be correlated. That you know, actually the one variable x is depending on other variable means both are correlated. Now look at the types of correlation. First one is positive correlation. First, positive correlation. Positive correlation means if an increase or decrease in the value of one variable, right? If an increase or decrease in the value of one variable x result in corresponding increase or decrease. How you have to take this? If a variable is increase means the other variable also increase in the sense, then we say that variables are positively correlated. Then the variables are positively correlated. If one variable is decreasing, it is reflecting on the other also means, which means if the other variable also decreasing means we can say positively correlated, right? Actually direction is same, right? Direction is same. X increased, y increased, positive, that's all. When x is increasing, y is decreasing means negative, that's all. Simply you can remember by looking at this symbol. When x is increasing, y also increasing, positive. When x is increasing, y is decreasing means negative. So what about this one? X decreasing, y also decreasing means also positive, right? Also positive. X decreasing, y increasing means negative. Okay. So positive correlation, negative correlation, then linear correlation. Linear correlation, in a graph you can understand in easy way. If you plot all the points, in a graph, all the ordered pair points in a graph, you will get a straight line, approximate straight line, right? Suppose my first point is this, second point this, third point this, okay. So if you join all this, so you will get a straight line, you are getting a straight line. So if we are having the data points like this, then we will say that the relationship between x and y is linear. The correlation is called linear correlation. Then perfect correlation, when we say that a correlation is perfect, if the deviation of one variable x is proportional to the deviation in the other variable. What is the meaning of this one? I will tell you. There are two types of perfect correlation. One is positive perfect correlation, second one is negative perfect correlation. So there are 2 points. What are the points? If x is increasing, y also increasing means positive. If we plot all the points, if you are getting straight line, okay, then we say that the corresponding relation is positive perfect correlation. Positive perfect correlations. On the other hand, if x is increasing, y is decreased means normally we will call this one is negative, this one is negative correlation. And if you are getting straight line, okay, if you are getting straight line, if we plot all the points, then combinedly we can say that negative perfect correlation. Negative perfect correlation. Okay, anyway, I told you in both covariance and correlation we are finding the relationship, we are finding the linear relationship between two variables x and y, how much it is depending on the other variable, that we have discussed. So both covariance and correlation we are using for the for finding the relationship between two variables. But what is the difference? You should know what is the difference between covariance and correlation. Okay, actually correlation is somewhat advanced version of normalized version of covariance, right? Correlation is better, right? Correlation is better measurement. Correlation is the advanced version of covariance. You see, covariance indicates the direction of the linear relationship between two variables, right? It will indicate only the direction. Okay, x is increasing, y also increasing, x is increasing, y is decreasing. That only you can understand, right? That only you can understand. Suppose if I consider height of the student, when x is increasing, weight also increasing, right? That direction you can understand. Suppose if I want to reach Guntur, right? If I want to reach Guntur means I have to increase my speed. If I increase my speed of the bike, I can reach the destination within a short period of time, right? Within a short period of time. So I have to increase my speed of bike so that I can reach the short period of time to the Guntur, my destination, right? So if I am reducing the speed of the bike, my duration of the travel time will increase. My duration of the travel time will increase. So right, both are having opposite direction. Definitely there is a relation, but opposite relation. So the direction only you can understand by using covariance. But on the other hand, correlation means you can understand the direction, right? You can understand the direction. In correlation, you can understand the direction and strength also. What do you mean by strength? I have explained by using the graph, right? When we are having the correlation coefficient +1, you see the strengthness, strong relationship there, right? Strong positive relationship there. If I am getting -1, yes, strong relationship is there, but negative relation. So you can find the strength also, strength of relationship also. Here you can find the direction only. Yes, x is increasing, y is increasing. Here you can find the strength, how much it is related, right? If you are getting 0, there is no relationship. There is no relationship. So in that case, what is the strength of relationship? 0. So we can measure the strength also in correlation. That is first main point. Next, positive number being positive relationship and negative number being negative relationship. Here generally we are talking, right? Generally positive, something 250. If I am getting 250, positive relationship, that's all. We don't know the strength. I am hitting -50, negative relationship, that's all. But here 1 being strong positive, -1 being strong negative. So values are lies between -1 and +1. Values are, so we are normalizing, right? It is a normalized version of covariance. So we are normalizing, we are giving the limit. Within this limit, we are going to get a value. Between -1 and +1, we are going to get a value. By using that value, we can understand, we can say the strongness of that relationship. So still now we have discussed about the correlation and types of correlation and what are all the difference between covariance and correlation. Now we are going to measure that curl Pearson coefficient of correlation. Normally we will denote that one as R, okay, small r. The notation is R. Curl Pearson coefficient of correlation notation is R. So curl Pearson coefficient of correlation is equal to between two variables, right? Between two variables we are going to find the strength of the relationship. We are going to find the strength of the relationship and direction of the relationship. Both we are going to measure by using this formula. Summation xy divided by square root of summation x square into summation y square. Simple formula, but it is not direct x. X means what? You see, x means x minus x bar, capital X, right? You will be given small x and small y. For that small x and small y, I am explaining. If already it is there, capital X and capital Y means you have to assume in a different notation, different letter you have to use. But I am telling you for small x and small y. So what is capital X? X minus x bar, capital Y is y minus y bar. X bar you know, average value of x, y bar average value of y. Now look at the problem. Calculate the coefficient of correlation between x and y from the following data. We don't know x value, we don't know y value. Some measurement, already found measurement is there. You see, summation x minus, we don't know what is x. Summation x minus x bar the whole square is 136, it is given. Summation y minus y bar the whole square is 138, it is given, right? Summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar also given. So everything is there, right? No need to calculate anything. Here you are going to substitute that sum. So everything is there. Summation x square is there. So normally I have explained to you how you have to consider this one. This is summation x square, right? As I told you, x means x minus x bar, okay? Capital Y means y minus y bar, you know everything. And xy means x minus x bar into y minus y bar, okay? So every values are there. Now your work is just substitute all the values, find the strength and direction of the relation of two variables. You see, r is equal to summation xy by square root of summation x square into square root of summation y square. That is the formula. You substitute here, you see, after substituting the value I am getting 0.89. And the value is 0.89. Simple, right? You know the value of summation xy. I am substituting summation x square, summation y square. So after all substitution, I am getting 0.89. Now can you tell me the direction? Can you tell me the direction of two variable? Can you tell me the direction of relation of two variables? Yes, you can say it is positive. It is positive. So what you can conclude? If x is increasing, y also increasing. That you can conclude. And can you tell me the strength? Can you tell me the strength of the relationship? Yes, we can say what is the strength? 0.89 we are getting, right? 0.89. Positive 0.89. Almost, right? Our maximum value is 1. Our maximum value is 1. So we are getting 0.89. So somewhat the relationship, somewhat strength, right? A high strength is there. We cannot say perfect strength. High strength is there. So we can conclude that from this answer. Next, there are two variables are given. It is given 3 rows. You see roll number 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not data. That is not comes under data. These 2 rows are data. What are all the values are given to you? Marks in economics, marks in statistics. So in this data, 2 subject marks are given to you of 10 number of students. Of 10 number of students. What is the meaning of this data? Roll number 1 has got 78 marks in economics, 84 marks in statistics. Roll number 2 has got 36 in economics, 51 in statistics. So this data is given for 10 number of students, right? So now we are going to find the relationship between the marks in economics and marks in statistics. Whether it is strongly related, whether it is positive direction related or negative direction related. So that relation we are going to find. We are going to find the strength and direction of relation by using Curl Pearson coefficient of correlation. So first what we have to do? We have to find the average, normal arithmetic mean x bar. So I am considering marks in economics is variable x, marks in statistics is variable y. So first you find x bar. First you find x bar. X bar, you know, in the first unit we have done arithmetic mean of x. So you add all the values, right, up to 39 divided by number of students 10. So you will get 65, right? You will get 65. Similarly, you find the average value of y bar. So you will get 66, right? You can check. It is easy for you. You can check these values. X bar is 65, y bar is 66. So first you have to find x bar and y bar. By using that x bar and y bar, we are going to find new values, capital X. What is capital X? X minus x bar. What is capital Y? Y minus y bar. That is there in formula, right? That is original formula, x minus x bar and y minus y bar. So this is given data. Marks in economics, you write in first column. Marks in statistics, write in second column. Then third column, I am going to introduce a new variable, capital X. To use the formula purpose, I am defining this capital X. Capital X is equal to x minus 65. So you find x minus 65 means for the corresponding x, 78 minus x bar is 65. So what I am getting? 13. 36 minus 65. What I am getting? Minus 29. In this way you can find x minus x bar. This is y minus y bar. Corresponding y is, first row y is 84 minus y bar. I fixed y bar. I found y bar is 66. So what I am getting? 18. Similarly 51 minus 66. What I am getting? Minus 15. In this way you find all this y minus y bar. So I know capital X and capital Y. Now I need capital X square. Capital X square, it is easy. Squaring all the x values, right? All the corresponding x values, which means capital X value, right? All the capital X value. So 13 square minus 29 the whole square. So you will get positive value only since we are having square. So you find all the square value of capital X. Here you find all the square value of capital Y, right? You find all the square value of capital Y. Then xy also, product of two variables. Capital X and capital Y. Capital X is 13 into capital Y is 18. So you are getting 234. So in this way you find capital XY. Then you add all the required value, right? All the required value, no need of small x, no need of small y. What I need? Summation x, right? What I need? Summation x is equal to 0. Summation y capital Y is equal to 0. Summation capital X square is equal to 5398. Summation capital Y square is equal to 2224. And summation xy is equal to 2704. Okay. Now you can substitute all the values in the formula. You know all the values. My correlation coefficient formula, summation xy divided by square root of summation x square into summation y square. So I am substituting the value. Actually everything in the formula, everything is for capital X and capital Y, not for small x and small y. So I am substituting, you see summation xy is 2704, summation x square is 5398 and summation y square is 2224, which means 2224. So after calculation I am getting 0.78. So I am getting a positive correlation. The strength also somewhat high, right? A somewhat high relation I am getting. So I can understand the relationship between marks in two variables. So you can practice this problem. It is easy one. So similarly here we are going to find the relationship between marks in mathematics and marks in statistics. So finally I am going to conclude this session by giving this note. First notice the coefficient of correlation always lies between 1 and -1. That I told you. My correlation coefficient normally I am denoting that one is R. This lies between -1 to +1, that you know. If R equal to 0, there is no relation, right? If R equal to 0, there is no relation between X and Y. If R is greater than 0, it is positively related. If it is positive related, and if I am getting exactly R is equal to 1, then it is perfect positive correlated, right? Strong relation is there. If I am getting R is equal to 1, strong relation is there. And on the other hand, if R is less than 0, so by looking at the symbol itself, less than 0, you can say this is negative correlated. If I am getting R is equal to -1, then perfect negative correlated, strong negative correlated.